Um, in this way, we can make our life lighter in these moments where everything is turning crazy. Because I was telling Jesse about this LA riot that we are seeing in Los Angeles, and that against the my migrants. It, it's something that could get into your subconsciousness when you're living there in the USA, especially for those who have no papers, because they is gonna think they could thought that police are gonna chasing them now, and that's not a good way to live. Always thinking that you're being chasing. But yesterday I had a meeting with the Spanish group, and I tell them that we must change that chasing feeling, because this what's happened now in the USA is only a way to order things, to get things in order, and because there are no order, and the new humanity needs order. So this is a cleaning that needs to be. And if you begin to clean your house, clean your things, order your papers, order your things, that feeling of being chased could disappear. Because this is what that's the signal of that. This is the message. Put your things in order. So this way nobody can chase you. And I were telling them that I'm not talking from the privilege and that I got my papers and everything is in order. I'm talking about because this is this is what happened to me just coming back from the USA. I needed to put my papers in order so this way I won't be chased by the law. So I need to put everything in order so they don't have let me see, pretexto. Do you know cómo se dice pretexto, Abby o Jenny?
Pretext, pretexto, pretext.
No, no creo que sea pretext.
A ver, dígalo otra vez.
Excusa.
Oh, an excuse. There's no excuses.
Mm, yeah, yeah. So they don't have excuses to chasing me. So if I got everything in order, uh, um, so I begin to order everything, and I feel good without everything is moving around me. But the all around me could be a chaos, but I could be in order by myself, and everything around me begins to get in order. So this way, I'm feeling lighter. I could walk through the chaos without mm, get any dust on me. And the most important thing, that I will be invisible for these chaos forces that they are around, all around us. I had this video last week from a lady. She's a Jesus canalizer, and she were talking about the fight that we're living in these moments on the earth. And she said that it's like they untape the the boxes of demons here on earth. So right now there's a lot of chaos with demons, like demons against angels, and on the earth. And there's a lot. It's like 90% of the persons could be demons, and only 10% it's an angel. Remembering that they were angels and they was their purpose on earth. So it's a time to speak our truth, speaking your truth, and to rejecting all these forces that are not good for the higher dimensions, you can begin to make your work. Because in other times we didn't like to speak or to fight because nobody wants to fight. And this is the things that these forces want you to do. To lose your temper and begins to fight. Because they feed from that. They feed from your anger, they feed from your fear, from your tears, from all the low vibrations that you can emit or you can ex expose, they feed. So if you use your dark side to repel, to say, I don't want this no more, to speak your truth, these things are gonna be going in decrease. They're gonna be um, going lower and lower because they are not used to hear people responding. And this is something that you must do first in your place, first thing with you. How many times did you accept injustice in your life? How many times did you accept mm, disorder and chaos in your life? And you normalized that, and you never spoke because you thought, I don't want to have any trouble with my family, with no somebody in my place, in my around me. So this is the kind of things that we need to fix. So this way we won't have this kind of strong, uh, hard process in our lives after ceremonies. Because ceremonies is going to only show us what is in disorder in our life, and so we can put in order to manage, to begin to work with that, and we can allow to act as we won't see that. We really see that. It's really evident. It is really in front of us that what we need to fix. So if we won't do anything, there will be consequences, and that's when the process of our lives after ceremony begins to get harder. When you didn't do your homework, when you didn't do your task to do, the changes you must do. That's why for me it was very hard because I've been pushed to change everything from in only a few weeks, only 1 week, only 1 day. The next day, after I came back from the USA, I were looking for a house. So it's something that it was hard for me in a moment, but as I accepted, I didn't say I don't want this. I accepted from the first moment. Everything begins to go lighter for me, and because I didn't renegade from God. I didn't say, why do you send me this as a victim? Why did you send me this? I'm not a victim. I must be responsible of my process and the things that being pulled from years ago, from maybe all my life, and even before, maybe from other lives, I had this chaos following me, and I never did a thing until now, but I have to be pushed to do it. So I think some of you could be in that same process. And that's why it's important to have these Zoom meetings so you can speak about your process and maybe we can share our experience to help each other. Some one of you, do you have a process to share?
Me, I'll go first. Okay, so I've never spoken about this. And I don't know if you've caught you being in my house, like seeing how my house is and whatnot. But oh my gosh, I feel like I've been catapulted from the beginning of the year. It's just been tu, and it's like my body, my physical body is trying to catch up with my spiritual. Like, what the hell just happened? What's going on? It's been an amazing journey of growth, of oh, that includes like pain and just uncomfortableness, but it has led me to where I'm at today. And ooh, grateful heart and appreciation for every bad thing that has, and it's not that it's a bad thing. It was a lesson that I needed to go through to evolve.
Yeah.
It's always an evolution. It's always, ooh, it's like a push and it's up to you. You have to like surrendering
Mm-hmm.
is really not having like just letting go and go with the flow even during the bad times. That
Mm-hmm.
is the key. And so for me, in the beginning of the year, I was going to get divorced, putting that out there. It was going to happen. But then when I went to Mexico, even before I did the ceremony, medicine was already moving me. And she was like, you know what you have to do. You are the medicine. Basically, she humbled me very nicely and was like, look, you have it all. You know it all. You have it within you. So what you choose, whether you move forward and fix this, or whether you move away and say, that's it, I'm done, you're going to be okay, but you know your next move. And so before heading to Mexico, I was like, oh, I really hope the medicine doesn't tell me to fix this. I really hope, but that was it. That was the answer. That was the key. And it was something I was in such a victim, in such in a victim mode that I was like, no, I am right. I don't deserve this. This is not okay. And da 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 da. And it was, and yes, it was for protection because what I was dealing with and going through, definitely, um, you need to protect yourself. That's not to say that like there's different levels of abuse, and you have to know like your boundaries. You have to set your boundaries. And I'm not saying to stay in a place like that because that's not the case. That's not what I'm saying. But for me, in my situation, I still had so much learning from it and I had to grow from it. And thankfully, I'm not going to go through a divorce now. My husband is even on board and open to like, hey, I know the medicine is calling me and eventually I'm going to do it again. But it's something that I needed to go through. I needed to go through those hardships, those situations where I felt like there's no way out, like that's it. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. But then again, she showed me like, no, you got this. You can do it. You know better, you know more. So now you have to lead the way and lead with love.
Yeah.
And that has been my transformation where cleaning house has been that's my year is to
Yeah.
clean my house and I'm doing it and I am so freaking happy. I
Mm-hmm.
can't. And then having my brothers and sisters like going through all this, seeing everyone in their transformation, it's beautiful. It's
Mm-hmm.
just been a beautiful process for me, for sure.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. Because I feel what you feel. And I know what you're feeling. That's the ownness, the oneness, or how do you say ownness?
Owning it, yeah. The oneness.
The oneness, yeah. Because we pass through the same things, and we know the good feeling about get in order our things and speak our truth. That's a really good feeling that you say, ah, yeah, this is the truth. This feels right. Is not. It's something that is not wrong for me because this is what I saw in this video that uh, there's a girl who was going to a therapy and she didn't want to accept that the cradle or the bottom of their bad things that happened to her were her mom, and she always were defending her mom. And when she realized that there are persons who play that part to be the evil or the devil in our lives, and that could be even our mother. And when she accepted that her mother were the devil, she said, "Ah, I feel so right, but why I feel so right about saying my mom is the devil? Because it's the truth, and in the truth it feels good." And when you speak your truth, when you accepted that it's real, that there's somebody in your life that could be play that role in your life, it could be the God's part or role or the devil's part, whoever it could be. When it's truth, it's gonna feel right. When it's not truth, you won't feel good. You won't feel good. Inside of you, there's something that's gonna say something's wrong. There's something it's a lie, and you're living the lie. You're living in a lie, so you must speak your truth. It's something like where I feeling when I was working in the press, in the press in television, because I were speaking not the truth. I was speaking the untruth, the lies that television always says. And inside of me, the one who filmed that, and the one who saw the real things that happened, and then how they change it when they put in television. I say this is not true. There's something wrong. Why are they telling this story is not true? What they changed it, the thing that I filmed, that I saw how it was, why they changed it. So inside of me, there was something that was killing me, because I'm speaking for the whole nation or the whole state, something that wasn't true, filmed by me. So if this is the kind of things that we could live in our house, that we could give somebody else the reason, or we're living by the way and not our way, and we can lost our way by giving them all the permissions without saying anything and without limits. We need to begin to put limits, and it's not unhealthy. It's not a way to fight. It's a way to speak our truth. In this way, you can change your life. If you don't say nothing, you ain't gonna change anything. You're gonna be living the same things as your mother, as your grandmother, or beyond. The same things that in live in your family, until somebody stops and say it's enough. This is something must be changed. It's something that we must do something. That's why I I was telling to a brother I were speaking in a few moments ago, that that's important to have a toucan in the family, because the toucan comes when there's a lot of problems in the family, and nobody says, I can clean it. I want to clean it. I want to cut. Nobody says. So the toucan says, well, it's me. Send me to the earth. Because it's gonna be me, the one who's gonna cut all that shit that nobody wants to clean. And that's why that's why it's important to have a toucan in the family, because maybe he or she could have the mission to change, to cut everything. But also that toucan lives in you. Each one of us could be each one of the 20 narwhals. Each one of us has something of each narwhal, because it's part of the humanity. It's part of the calendar that we are living. There's a day what it's a toucan day. So that's the day where you can cut everything. That's the day you could become a toucan and to cut everything and to clean. There's a day where there's a Panthers Day, Black Panthers. So there's a day to make a fire and to burn everything that you don't want anymore in your life, and to begin something new. There's a day for a rabbit day, and that's the day you will become crazy. Tran, tran. Somebody else want to share something?
guess I can go.
Hold on. Wait, Lalo, I want to share this.
Mm.
Some ramen. Go ahead, Joy. Sorry.
Mm. Mm.
She came in, showed the food, and then just disappeared. Um, yeah, I think this this time around for me, I was feeling good because I had been like cutting off a lot of things that I was holding on to that I didn't know I was holding on to. And this time around, um, I was really able to reflect deeper um, into what I needed to show for my parents. Uh, Knowing that, okay, yeah, you guys should have did better. You should have this, you should have that. But I was able to be in their shoes to understand what they went through and what they experienced. And then I could understand. I had to learn empathy for my parents. And that was like, ugh. I'm like, wow, Joy, like you talk about this all the time, but you weren't actually putting it into practice, were you? And um, so it's like I've been having also this like where I meditate and think about like duality a lot, where it's like duality can sometimes get confusing as well, where you can start to use it to lose yourself as well instead of focusing on it's one and the same. It's the same thing.
Mm.
And learning to really put that all together and become that one, that's where like my progress, that's what I've been progressively working on and trying to integrate for myself. Um, and like the last couple of weeks were just very draining, like energy wise. Um, I was just exhausted and tired. So I'm like, there's a lot going on. A lot of people are, you know, becoming aware, self-aware. Um, and I can see the universe being a show off and bringing people together because Faith and I, in Genesis, we met an older woman in the woods the one day. And she was just sitting there by this tree as we were going by to do our little medicine ceremony. And she seen us and she seen Faith's necklace that has the ayahuasca with the crystal. She asked about it and then she came and sat with us for our medicine ceremony. And she's saying how she had this eye-opening experience when she was like in 1995. And so a lot of people are, becoming aware. And Lalo, you'll like this. She said that her guide or her guru, her teacher was raised as a Jehovah's Witness.
Mm.
So I was cracking up because I'm like, okay, see, the universe sent you three today to talk to you about this in the woods. We found you in the woods.
Mm.
And but how the universe just can show off like how it will bring people together, it brings the right people together. And so just making myself available for that and not trying to be too hard, but trying to on myself, but trying to take the lesson, apply it, and let spirit lead the way, not the physical, not the ego lead the way, but learning how to dwell together as one.
Mhm.
Hi, Jenny. That's it, the end.
Mhm. Perfect. And what kind of changes has you made from this last ceremony? Each one of you is not only for you, Joy, for each
Okay.
one of you.
I got something to add.
Mm.
So remember the pajarito that I found? Ah, se murió. But you know what? It was a lesson for me
Mm.
because sometimes giving too much love, too much care,
Mm.
it inhibits or it can like stop the process of, you know, and so I took it as, because I'm like, all right, I found the bird. It was the middle of the street. There was no nest, no mom around. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna, of course, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna take care of you and heal you. Well, no, the poor thing, I did everything right that I could, but the lesson behind it was that sometimes being too much hands-on, you can hurt someone else's process. So it's like, back off. What they have to go through, they got to go through. Even if sometimes it seems awful, maybe that little bird was a sick one and the mom's like, all right, get off. Like, you know, that's just your fate. And I intervened with that.
Mhm.
And so it was a lesson to me to be like, everyone has to go through their own process in their own time. Just be patient and just observe. Observe, do not absorb, and let people come. No preaching. The medicine will pull people in when it's time, when it's needed, and just allow people to go through their own process. That was my lesson.
Yeah, I'm sending you this video. Let's go. It could have subtitles so everybody can see it because it's in Spanish. It's about Saint Germain's saying stop helping others persons. Stop to give your the video says that's why you don't have to help anybody because as you can see them is perfect. Everything that you see, every process that you see is perfect. Is the perfection of God. So we cannot help anyone. So don't be reflected with the bump in the streets, because it's their perfect process. They choose to live. So you cannot say, oh, poor of the world. Oh, look that. Look that injustice. If there's a bird outside the nest, it's because it has to be like that. Because maybe even the mother says, you know, you won't make it. It's time to go out the nest. Because I'm gonna give you food that could be for these other birds, and it's gonna lose food. So you have to go. And they are wise. The nature is wise, and they know who's gonna make it and who won't. So this way is the same for the people. So these kind of teachings about like this Saint Germain saying this is like, oh shit, I won't invite anyone else to ceremonies because I won't have to be part of the of to rate the process of God, because only those with the very deep calling is those who are gonna be at these ceremonies, because we cannot be those Jehovah's Witnesses trying to pull the persons to ceremonies. They have to receive, but how gonna they receive the message really hard with your process? When you change things, when you change from inside, is when you can pull your family to ceremonies. Wait, what they give you, this is a real change. I want that. I want that kind of change. This is the way you will bring people to ceremonies. And this was something that I was about to talk, for example, with others who trying to help us during ceremonies. Is like, let's see what's your impact with people. Let's see if you're really transforming your life with the kind of people who that you're gonna bring to ceremony. Because if could not bring anyone to ceremony, who says that you're really changing? Because we cannot be stick to you, seeing all the time if you're really making a change. When you bring people to ceremony, is the moment when you're really transforming your life, and this is, I don't want to be that hard to say, and you bring somebody new, no, but it's something that you must see in your word, in your behavior, in your essence, that is real, that your transformation is real, because we've been through a lot of mask, people wearing masks that they were really so good that you don't really, it's hard to see behind the mask. And with this mask, they play in a role that it's like oh yeah, he's living the ayahuasca, he's living the transformation, or she is living that, because their masks are saying that we need to take out all these masks to can be in a process as hard as this kind of ceremonies. Because, you know, these two last persons that came to that ceremony there in the Spanish ceremony, they are making a lot of things with people there in the USA. And Iris says that now they are trying to imitate the cannabis ceremony. And Iris is very worried. Lalo, they are trying to do the same thing. And I say, Iris, when do you think they keep do the same thing? They got no Otto, they got no the musician, they got no Jenny. They could not do. Don't worry, they won't be able to read. It's something that we've been built from our team from here, from Mexico, from or process that you cannot imitate that process. So it's something that happens to us, to Jenny and I. Uh, Jenny's father died last year. My mother died 3 months ago. So this has been a hard process that turned us into a wood, because we've been through a lot, and after that we still be working with people and without a mask to see us vulnerable, because we cannot be playing as everything is all right. We're in our process, and that's why, for example, now I have to be outside my house to live my process, and it's perfect because it made me stronger. And it's something that you cannot reply, you cannot copy and paste and say, ah, we're gonna copy this and we reply this, because it's only living through this hard test when you become somebody who can do this job, this task that God give us to help people, and only to be that bridge to cross, because we are that only, the bridge to cross. We're not the saviors. We're only sharing our experience, and some of us have some others gifts, like Jenny and her canalization with angels. Uh, it's something that I think impacts people. Because yesterday I were talking with a friend, and he says, I checked out your post, and you were talking about angels. How can you be taking ayahuasca and mixing with religion?" And I said, no, angels are not from religion. Angels are universal. And this is a way, I think, to call them angels, but we cannot understand the angel's nature. And that this is a way to translate these kind of beings that are around us. But as you can see, this friend, he was never interested in nothing until he saw that I post something about angels, Archangel Michael. And when I was alone there in the mountain this 2 weeks ago, when I were without food and that, um, I felt the presence of Archangel Michael so hard that I sang for him, and I felt the presence of Saint Michael. So I would never like to have angel figure, big figure like this. I never, because For me, it was something like from the church, and I don't want to look like the church to having saints and angels and that kind of thing. But for me now, when I saw my altar, I say, "Oh shit, no, it cannot be complete without Saint Michael." So I went to get my figure of Saint Michael, and I felt so good to have Saint Michael in my altar, and it's something. And let's imagine to have a Jamie that could translate this kind of message from the angels for everybody is a plus. It's something that somebody else you could not have in somewhere else you won't have. Do you want to say something, Jenny?
Hi everyone. So nice to see you. Well, I've been listening to all of your processes and everything, and I'm really glad to hear that you're doing well, that you're integrating everything, like that the medicine has brought you. How can I say, like yeah, like the medicine has taught you. And well, I was telling Lalo a couple of days ago that if it would be okay for me to share my podcast with you and like my Instagram page and everything. I in any way that I can keep like helping in. I mean, all of my work is in Spanish, so maybe some of you won't be able to benefit from it, but um yeah, that's my work, to help people connect with this consciousness um that are the archangels. So in any way that my work can help you, please, like, I'll be so honored and happy. um as I said, I have a podcast. I also give like angel therapy sessions to keep like helping you in your process. Um, in those sessions, we call the archangels to be there with you, and they do like a um, quantum surgery in you to remove and help you energetically with anything that you need in that moment. So, and we also pull some oracle cards to help you like keep integrating all the information from the ceremonies. So um, he said, yes, I'm gonna send that information with you guys. Yeah, so and I'm really, really happy to keep in touch with you. I spent some beautiful and lovely days there in Chicago. I hope to go again. Well, that's a plan. But yeah, I'm really happy to see you, see that you're doing well, and I'm gonna send that later on today.
Thank you. As you can see, mm, I don't know if I did told you that we're planning to go there on 16 August, August 16, for the ceremony, and maybe we can join. Depends of how many people joins to make only one ceremony, Spanish and English, and it's gonna be really something because I'm seeing that this community is getting stronger, and every time we are supporting each other more and more. And also, I begin to see that we begin to expel all that energies that we don't want in the community, because we are able now to see who are in our same frequency. We are able to see, maybe at the beginning we cannot see these frequencies because they mimetized, they were mixed, but now that we are finding it's our energy, what is our frequency, we can only let in the same frequency. Those who are not in the same, they are not welcome, and we are not bad for that. It's only that we are putting limits. we cannot accept this kind of persons in our tribe that are wearing masks. This person that wearing an illusion, because we are trying to be our true selves, the best version of us, and the very true self, without any mask, without any labels, only the raw self. And this is how we want to still keep sharing, because I feel free to share with you a lot of things. It's something that is not easy to do here in Mexico, because we know each other so well with everybody, and there's a lot of people. And here it's just, I think it's a small group, because as you can see, even when I always say we're always the same in the Zoom meeting, we are always the same. So this is the column, the strongest column of the ceremonies, at least from the English ceremonies. This is the column. This is the one who supports everybody, everything, and the ones who are very firm to support that this tribe or community won't be disabled, won't be disarmed, is keep united. Because with you, I can find support with a lot of things. For example, Abby, now she's begin to move the products that we left, and if everything is all right, maybe even we can make business after with this sharing or selling the Enigma products. Um, and this is a way to help each other to grow. And this is unity. This is oneness. So I have to go now because I have work to do. I'm gonna connect my maybe at your 7, yes, 7 p.m. For those who are able, maybe this reunion were for the supporting roles, and in the afternoon is gonna be those who want to speak. And with all that we learned in this reunion, maybe we can help them to support them and to use the proper words to support them in their process and to share something. Because if you connect enough yourself with the fount, you will be a channel of God to talk to them. This is what we do. We act as a channel, channeling what God has to say. And this is the way we can help each other for those who are gonna be after, because I know that Angel, Crystal, Jamie, they've been passed through a hard process after Wachuma. So it would be good to share with them. This is what we're talking to let them know they are not crazy, but yes, Wachuma put us to work with the masculine a lot. So it moved our structure. So we're not used to our structure being moved. And for a moment, we can feel like everything is going down. But we are here to tell them that we can deal with this, and everything is gonna be all right. So let's hope that in the afternoon they can connect and we can talk with them. Only a moment too, because I don't want to be speaking and speaking all the time. And like if I were saying the same things. So in the afternoon, let's see how many people can connect. And Otto says that next Monday we can do this Zoom meeting with meditation and music with him in the afternoon. So let's hope everybody could be there, because Otto is very excited to share their music and meditation with this group, and to make community, to be making the next ceremonies. This is the way, we're making the next ceremonies. The way that we prepare the people is the way that is gonna be the next ceremony. So yeah. Yeah, who is Faith?
Yeah, it's me, Jolden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna just share my experience before we all got off. It just kind of helped me with the last ceremony to like open up my connections again with other people, and actually kind of helped me see to let go of my romantic connection with relationship with Faith and stuff, and just helping me kind of focus on what I need to be focused on for myself, and helping me, process that. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you, Joel. It's good to hear, because I know that big changes come to your family, and it's always everything's gonna move. The structure is gonna move. You cannot be living the same thing you were living the last 10 years, 15 years. It's time to
Yeah.
It's time to change everything, and the changes are good, and changes are the way the universe is speaking. With changes, never the same. So thank you for sharing, and let's hope you can share with more people, especially I think with people that could be in the same situation as you before ceremony, that and it was hard to get into this world, and to speak them your experience, because they can feel identified with you, and this way they can make the jump, they can make the leap to the next step, and this way it could be you could be a big helper, because we are all in service of that. Not only us, those who ruling the ceremony. Everybody are serving God. And as you're serving more, you get more rewards. But don't do expecting the reward. We are here to that. If we are living in this precise moment of the humanity, it's because we got the mission to serve. Because there's a lot of brothers and sisters who need assistance, but we are learning here in these ceremonies how to serve without ego and without being noticed. Humility is the key to make a good service, and like to be invisible for society, but very visible for God. And this way is the best thing we can serve that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have to go now. I get recorded this session, so I'm gonna share with the group, and let's see if somebody of you can connect by afternoon at 7 p.m. Chicago time. And thank you everybody to be here, and let's hope this could help you. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Nice seeing
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.